Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of whatever week it is, June 17th or something like that. And you have card number 17 as your first card here. It says Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. You also have this Cat Spirit. It says claim your independence. So Gemini, let's see where this is going. This could have to do with like a dream that you're committing to here. So the Page of Cups, of course, could represent like an admirer or love. But I always say that he is kind of looking at an opportunity, and I'm on the wrong camera. So he's looking at this fish in this cup here. And the fish in his cup could be also like a dream or an opportunity that he is imagining accomplishing or something that he wants to accomplish. And so he's looking at that dream and he's thinking about like how he can create something that he wants or desires in his life. The Seven of Wands is a card of conviction, so it's kind of like a card of being so committed to something that you make it happen. And I feel for a lot of you that you could be, kind of committing to your vision. Your first card here in your last row was hold your vision. So I feel for a lot of you that the Page of Cups is really talking about some sort of vision that you have or an idea for your future. I'm also like, this could be your original ideas. Like, I don't know, that's popping into my head as well. Like your original idea, those words are popping into my head. And, again, sometimes I think we like start a project and sorry, but this is in the wrong place. And so, sometimes we start a project, a business, an idea, or even just something for ourselves. And we start working on it and things, don't happen as quickly as we want maybe. And I do feel that energy here with the Page of Cups. Like, it's almost saying that something, it's like your original idea is the correct one. And again, I do this. I'm a Gemini moon. I do this all day long. I start things and I like take them in 900 different directions, right? But I feel like this is saying like the original idea, the original plan is the plan that will be successful. Of course, this could be love. We go King of Cups, Queen of Cups here. So these are divine counterparts. And if you're looking for love, there could be a very solid connection coming in for you. You do go to the Ten of Swords here. But the Ten of Swords is showing up in the good stuff, so we'll have to see what that's talking about. You have the Seven of Wands as well. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. Like I said, it's a card of believing something so deeply that you make it happen. And I feel for a lot of you, this is saying, like, really, you can have whatever you want right now, but as long as you believe that you can have whatever you want right now. So whatever your original plan is or was, is the plan that I think you need to stick to. You have the Six of Cups here. I do feel like that Ten of Swords and the King of Wands could be talking about a person who can't let you go. So, again, if I really feel you already know about this, if this part of the reading is for you. And I also feel that you are like over it. So I feel like you're done with this here, Gemini, whatever it is. If it's like a person who can't get over you or a person who is like a little bit obsessed with you or something, that's like the feeling I get here. And I really do feel that you're moving past it, or, this is something that you're kind of like trying to let go of or move past, plain and simple. Ten of Swords, right? I feel like you want something to come to an end, or you're just over it. So let's see. With the Page of Cups, you have the Devil here. Could be a Capricorn coming in for some of you. I don't really feel bad about this card here, just in general. I do think it's a good time for everyone to kind of look out for their bad habits and make sure that they're not doing too many of their bad habits, whatever those bad habits may be. So I would keep an eye on your habits, but overall, I feel like this could just be a person here. One thing I will say about the Devil is that sometimes I think the Devil actually represents needing to take a creative idea and put it out into the world. Normally, the two people on the Devil card, they have like horns on their heads, and it represents our baser instincts or like our root chakra energy. So it can say we have a creative idea, but we just haven't expressed it into the world yet. And, I do feel that, especially if you're, thinking about doing something, whatever your original plan is. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Seven of Cups. 2 sevens to me represents internal fears that don't exist. So I think maybe too much Gemini thinking, right? The Seven of Cups is being spoiled for choice, but it can also represent being overwhelmed with too many different directions. And like I said, I think you need to pick one direction and make it happen, is what the first part of this reading is saying. It's like saying, your original plan is the correct plan. So stick with the plan. With the Six of Cups, you have the Ace of Wands here. Yes, you do have the Ace of Wands twice in your reading. It also shows up right here at the end. So you are very, if we're talking about love here, I feel like you are clearly very focused on something new. You're not really focusing on anything from the past. Ace of Wands out with the old, in with the new. I feel like there is a new person coming in for you. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this TikTok card and this fork in the road card. I feel like you are at a fork in the road, but really I feel the fork in the road card is more talking about kind of like your life moving in directions that maybe other people can't come with you, more or less. This to me looks more like a leveling up energy, or you are going on this path or journey that might be making you more independent, kind of like that card that says claim your independence on it. I feel like it's saying that there could be certain things that you're working on or will be working on that make you more independent. There's no other way to say it. And I feel like that's what you're moving towards with this energy. So I kind of really like this. I feel this is good for you. I feel like you're going the right direction. I would get a move on here, especially this summer. This summer, like there's nothing to worry about. So I want to stress this, there's no need to like rush or anything like that, but I would start things right now. We have Mars going retrograde at the end of the year. This summer, there's just a lot of good energy, Jupiter in your sign as well. So if there are projects that you want to get started on, even if you can't do the whole thing, like start it on a small level, because that will carry you through the end of the year, right? When Mars goes retrograde and the beginning of next year as well. So I've been encouraging everyone to, like, if there's something you want to start, like what is the smallest little piece you can get started on right now, so that you have the energy, right? You have the 4 cups, 9 of cups, and the King of cups. The 4 cups, I feel like there's, this to me feels, I should say, like you have not been getting what you want from life. And now there's like a new opportunity being presented to you, this other cup reaching out of the clouds. And I feel like this is a really good opportunity, but I also feel that maybe you've been disappointed too many times in the past here, Gemini. And this is kind of like saying it's time for you to open up and make sure that you are, allowing new things into your life. You have the 9 of cups. The 9 of cups, of course, can represent wish fulfillment or fulfillment in general. I almost feel like you are deciding where to give your energy. There's kind of like an alternative meaning to the 9 of cups, which is that this guy here is a barkeep, and he is the one who's handing out those cups. So like he is the one who's deciding where to give his energy or who to give his energy to. And I kind of feel that's more the energy that I'm getting off of this card. I feel like you are in this position where you are the one that's deciding who and what to give what to. And I feel like this is a good position for you to be in right now. And I would just pay attention to that. Make sure you're not giving to things that steal your energy or any of that other good stuff. I also do feel that there could be some sort of wish coming in for you. You have the King of Cups. I definitely feel there could be a divine counterpart if you want it. Again, if you don't want it, obviously not. But the King of Cups, you have the King and Queen of Cups. So this would be like a very heart-based connection. And I do feel like there is a very deep connection going on between you and another person. I do feel, though, going up to that 10 of Swords, even though it's showing up in the good stuff here at the end, doesn't matter. I feel that there could be either you or them. I take it how it resonates. It's like someone in this situation needs to let go of a past situation. He's making a symbol right here with his hands, and that symbol represents receiving a blessing. And so I always look at the 10 of Swords as a blessing in disguise, even though, it can represent being at rock bottom, victim mentality, things like that. Really, it's a blessing in disguise. With the 4 of Cups, yes, tiniest, littlest step, Knight of Pentacles, right here. Knight of Pentacles is the card of not making a move. He is hesitating. He is overthinking something as well. But he has the empty fields behind him. And if he were just to take action and make a move in a direction, he would be successful. So I feel for a lot of you, this is saying you just need to take the first step on whatever your original plan is. And I think things will go really well for you. And, I would get moving with that TikTok card. I wouldn't wait around. I would do something, no matter how big or small, I would do something. With the 9 of Cups, you have the 8 of Pentacles. Again, 8 of Pentacles, like putting in the work or, kind of getting to work. It's a card of mastering your craft as well. I almost get this feeling that you need to give yourself more credit here, Gemini. I'm not getting, I feel like this is going to sound weird, but it's almost like it's not so much about the work, although it is. And what I mean by that is it's like you're doing the work, but I think this card is more talking about giving yourself credit for the work that you can do and needing to do that. It's like you might be thinking oh, I can't start this business, or, oh, I can't work on this project because I'm not good enough, but you actually are. You're more than good enough. I think that your results are much, much better than what you think, and you need to realize that. I also do feel that it's almost like you're working too hard for your money going up to that 10 of wands. And I do feel that feeling here. I do think also this is not necessarily intuitive, although it is an intuitive message that I received in the past. I like intuitively I feel that we're entering into a time of efficiency. So that does not necessarily mean you won't be working hard, but I think that the collective energy in general is going to reward people who do things in the most efficient way. And you're gonna have to figure out what that is, but it's almost like you're working too hard. With the King of Cups, you have the Temperance card. Temperance is about like turning one thing into another. Of course, it's a card of alchemy. And I do feel like you could be kind of like alchemizing your love life if you want love. You could be looking for a more heart-based connection, or it looks to me like you're finding a more heart-based connection, something where there is a deeper connection. With the King of Cups and Queen of Cups, for all of you, even if you don't want love, this could represent using your heart, like your heart-based, heart-based energy to manifest what you want in your life. Or it doesn't even have to necessarily be manifestation. This could just be creation. Whatever you're creating, do it in a heart-based way. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this change card and this freedom card. So clearly, there could be a change in the sense that you're setting yourself free. As we become more efficient in life, we usually experience more freedom. And again, I feel the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles in that diagonal there are talking about you becoming more efficient, which I think is the change that will set you free and make you feel more free. I kind of feel like the 10 of Wands is almost a little bit of a dull energy in your reading. I feel it's kind of saying that some of you have not been enjoying yourself enough, or maybe you feel dull. Like, I'm not calling you dull, but maybe you just feel like you haven't been having fun, or, you haven't been enjoying yourself, or maybe you feel like every day is the same, right? Like, sometimes I feel that it's not really the 10 of Wands, but sometimes I feel the 10 of Wands is a little bit of like Groundhog's Day energy, where it's like every day is the same. He's just working. He's just trying to accomplish something. He's very close. I like the 10 of Wands personally. He is very close to accomplishing his goal. His home is in the background here, and he's almost reached his home. Those 10 wands represent his harvest, or something that he will be harvesting. So it's like there's a harvest coming in for you, but I think that there also, you need to carve out some time for this, for your heart with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the card of kind of like heart-based energy, or being in this position of, valuing your heart, or listening to your heart, or doing things that your heart is telling you to do, which is exactly what I feel like this is talking about. So I really feel that for a lot of you, it's like your heart could be telling you to go for a walk, or to go do something like a hobby or something that's fun for you. And I feel that you are definitely one of the signs that needs that the most. Also Capricorn, and you have Capricorn showing up in your reading, so kind of like another clue. You have the Emperor. I do feel like you're taking action. I kind of feel like there's like certain controls, or there are certain things that you feel are controlling you right now. And like, I feel like it's kind of true here, Gemini. It's like, yeah, some of the limitations in your life are kind of true, but I also feel like I think that you could be making a little bit bigger of a deal out of certain limitations than they actually are. And again, I'm not saying that you're not experiencing these limitations, because again, I think you are. That's like partially true, but I also think that you could be making it a little bit harder than it needs to be with the 10 of Wands energy here. And I'm not calling you out. I trust me, this is my life, right? I make things way harder than they need to be. So I think that, this is basically saying that things could be a lot more simple. It's like, even me, I just moved to this new place. I simplified everything. I got rid of all my old equipment because I had to, because they wouldn't deliver my pod, so I couldn't bring anything with me, basically. And so completely starting over here. And it's like, instead of, I used to have a whole entire rack of stuff. There's a video about it on my channel. And now I have 1, 2 things that control everything instead of 8, right? So it's like I simplified things, and you know what? It's a lot easier. there are a lot of cords on my floor right now, but at the same time, there's a lot less cords to trip over. It used to be like a rat's nest behind this thing that I had, right? So it's kind of like that. That's what I feel with the 10 of Wands. It's like saying things could be a lot easier. With the 10 of Wands, you have the Lovers. Again, things can be a lot easier in love. I think this is true for everyone, all of us, right? I think we all make love way too complicated. It's not that hard. right? You just have to keep the romance alive. You have to find a person who you can work with. You have to find a person that is honest, truthful, and all those things can be found out right up front. People love to tell me, like, oh, it's not that easy. It's so hard. It's blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, no, no. And I've talked to these people before. I talk to them on every Monday. I go live on Instagram with Bonnie. We talk to these people, and every single one of them will say something where basically the person told them they were going to cheat right away up front, or that they were going to leave, or that they weren't going to stick around. We just have to pay attention. So again, I think this right here is saying it's time to, if you want love, to pay attention to what people are saying up front. What do their actions say? What do the results that they have in their life? What do those say? And if we pay attention, we make things less complicated. And I feel this row is saying, really, it's a very good row. Because number one, there could be love coming in for you that is like this, number one. Number two, I feel like it's saying you're making your life less complicated, which is great. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Four of Wands. Yeah, definitely marriage potential here, for sure, if you want love. I feel like it's just potential. It's like, I don't think you're going to want to marry this person tomorrow. But I do feel there could be a solid connection or commitment coming in for you. I also do feel that you are committed to a new beginning. Again, I used the word commitment on the Seven of Wands. And then also what I wanted to say is kind of like this right here, going through the Four of Wands to that Ace of Wands tells me that you are, out with the old, in with the new. I feel like you're committing, it's almost just like you're committing to a new energy. Let's put it that way. With the Emperor, you have the King of Pentacles. Yes, so definitely could be attracting a person who is like a permanent person. King of Pentacles type energy, usually they stick around. Usually they're a person who wants something serious, who really wants to put the work in and all that other good stuff. I also do see you improving your finances here, Gemini. Again, I think your improvements are going to come through simplification, but, really good. You have this card that says hold your vision on it, and you also have this card that says a win-win outcome is forecast, so love it. I think, again, you need to stick to the plan, like we said at the beginning of the reading. I think coming into this, into this time, the middle of June, let's say, throughout the summer, I think that this reading is talking about from now, I don't even know what today is. I think it's the 11th of June, I'm not sure. So don't quote me on that. I never know what date it is, but, I think it's the 11th. So you're going to probably be watching this after the 12th. And, again, if you're watching this after that time, I think from the time you watch it throughout the whole entire summer until September, I think that your energy should be to stick to the original plan because that's where you're going to get this win-win forecast that we have right here. You have the Ten of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. There's definitely a blessing in you having a new beginning because Ten of Swords and ending, Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new, pretty much the same, talking about the same thing. So I feel that there could be a blessing in some sort of difficult ending that you've experienced. Sometimes I think we want something, and we do. There's no doubt about it that we do want something. But it just doesn't work out for our highest good. And I feel like some of you have experienced that. Nothing pisses me off more, Gemini, than when something doesn't work out for my highest good. So I totally understand the fact that some of you are probably pissed off hearing that, right? The other thing I just noticed is 1313. So these two cards are both number 13. That could be important for you. You have the King of Wands. King of Wands is the energy of the summer. I think we are entering into a time that is asking us to be very courageous. It's like you're not going to be successful doing nothing. So I think courage is kind of like the name of the game moving forward through the rest of the summer, probably the next couple of years as well. Facing your fears, learning new things about your fears. I always say the easiest way to overcome fear is education, just learning about something. It's like when you learn about something, you immediately figure out that it's not as scary as it once was, right? So I kind of feel that here, where just learning about things and facing things would be a good idea. You have the Ace of Wands again, out with the old, in with the new. Ace of Wands is a very passionate new beginning as well. I see a lot of success here for you, Gemini, so, I think this is a good reading. With the Ten of Swords, yes, this is probably why I felt that pissed off energy here, Gemini, is because it was a disappointment. There are regrets or sadness or whatever, maybe on both sides if this is a lover. I don't think this just has to be love, though, here. I think that this could be something that, like a situation that you were hoping to create a turnaround in, going just this diagonal here. It looks to me like it, with that Temperance card, that maybe you put a lot of effort into trying to make something else. It's like maybe you put a lot of effort into trying to fix something or trying to make something, better or different or fix a relationship, and it just didn't work out. And I feel like the blessing is going to come when you kind of move forward. Yes, with the King of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups. Even though this is the row of the good stuff, I definitely felt this. We talked about this at the beginning of the reading, that I feel like this could be the person you're walking away from. Could be a fire sign, could be any sign, but I definitely see you moving forward from something. And what do you know? With the Ace of Wands, you have this Justice card. This right here is full moon in Libra, and then you have the Libra card right here, creating balance, creating a better energy in your life. So yeah, I really like where this is going for you, Gemini. I think you're gonna have a great summer, and I think to carry, you definitely will want to carry this energy past the summer. So to do that, again, efficiency, simplification, right? You have this Nest card. It says an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Yeah, definitely. If you're attracting new love, you're attracting like a very loving, emotional, person. So, not I don't think this person's gonna be crying on your shoulder or anything, but I'm talking about someone who's really loving. You have this basket. It says recognition, reward for merit. I almost feel like saying this is what's waiting for you. If you go on this journey, if you have that the fork in the road card, the crossroads card, whatever it is. And I feel like it's saying if you go down that path, that is an independent path where, you're doing new things, that's where all the recognition is going to be coming from. You have this goal-oriented person card. I think that you have goals. I think that there's clearly Page of Cups. Could it be love? Sure, definitely. But I really feel like that Page of Cups is talking about the original plan, some sort of plan that you've had all along, something you want to create. And I feel this is you kind of focusing on it. You have this financial pinch card. I think everybody is experiencing, even if you have a bunch of money, maybe there are things you want to do that require more money and all that other stuff. I think we're in a time where we have to be resourceful and we really have to pay attention to our resources. You also have this Valley card that says deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Like embracing the energy of those three kings is what I feel here. The King of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Really stepping into those energies will probably help you do this. But really good reading. I like where this is going. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.